What's going on, people? Not for the radio. NFTR, it's been a while, but we're back. Myself, Viz, Posty, Chams. We got our first special guest of the year. I don't even know how
I'm the first?
You're the first, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. Happy New Year.
You're the first. Yeah, Happy New Year.
You know what I'm saying?
Happy New Year to all the viewers. So, TV executive,
That's
musician,
what's up. Thank you.
actor,
Sometimes.
entrepreneur,
All the time.
reality TV star. You taking that one?
Yeah, hobby.
Say no more. Ray J in the building.
Hey, what up? I got my brother Young Truth in the building too. You know what I'm saying?
Big up
Straight
the
from the
Truth.
mob.
What up?
We all up in here, you know. We happy to be in the spot, you know what I mean? Straight up.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
Yeah, we just saw you on Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How was
Good
that?
times. It was good. I had a good time.
Did you have a good time?
I was warming up.
I didn't see it.
You were sleeping, you were sleeping.
It was the timing. You know what I'm saying? I thought I had more time.
So what actually happened?
I went to I was supposed to go to the dentist, and they took me to the hospital instead, and then they wouldn't let me back in the house.
It's great. That tooth pain is
My tooth
is
fell
serious.
out.
Oh, your tooth fell out.
It's out.
In the house or when you left
No,
the
when I
house?
left, because I was waiting so long, then I went to the dentist, then later on, it came out, you know what I mean?
So you're upset about that?
I mean, I'm upset that I went watching the show back, and because I never seen the show before I went in, which I should have watched the playbook. I should have studied the playbook, but I just went in just kind of like, let me just see what it's like.
Yeah.
A fish out of water, maybe that'll be just better for me. It'll be funnier or however it was done in my mind. But you know, if I would have got voted off, you know, like, all right, well, I wasn't doing my thing. I didn't have time. You know what I'm saying? I was sleeping too much, or whatever the case may be. But to not just be let back in, somebody that does the reality, you know what I'm saying, daily. You know what I mean? Like I got 4 shows in LA on right now. So it's like to come out here and kind of let the crowd down is what kind of affects me a
Can
little
we
bit.
talk about that? Because like you are officially, I believe, the highest paid person to go into the Big Brother house. And then obviously you had the momentum and everyone was building up and Ray J's going in there, we're going to hear all this, rah! And then, you know, you was in there for like a couple of minutes and then you was gone.
10 days. 10 days. You know, for me, I felt like, you know, it was a bunch of other all-stars in there, and I really didn't know who a lot of people were, but I knew who I was, and I felt like I dropped the ball a little bit. And you know what I'm saying? If they gave me another shot at it, forget the money, you know what I'm saying? Because that's standard.
That was 800,000.
I know, but that's not even what we get in the States. That's cool.
That's not why you did it. The money.
Yeah, because as far as, that's like a standard rate. Like, you know how you just got a standard number you gotta work with if you want to work with somebody. That's standard.
So your standard rate was the highest paid Big Brother.
I didn't even know. Because if you look at Spidey, I mean, together, if you add up probably both of their checks, they probably would be the highest paid. So
No,
you
they're
never.
not.
No, I think they come up as a group.
Oh yeah.
As
So.
a one housemate.
But for me, it ain't about the money. It was about the performance, and I didn't perform watching the show back. You know, so that's the only thing I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because you went in, and obviously initially, as soon as you went in, it was like there was a lot of people who may or may not have known about you. Because, you know, obviously in the UK, the R&B community is not as big as it is in the US, and there's a lot of things that people don't know. People were finding out things about you, like, you know, you dating Whitney and stuff like that. They were like, wow, who is this guy? And obviously it was a massive start. And then Kim K, and then there was a lot of other stuff. And then you was gone, like, within a flash of a light.
Well, maybe they was trying to, I don't know, maybe after they got that out, then it was done. I don't know what it was. I'm a producer, you know what I'm saying? So I would never go back and kind of bash what was done. Like, all I need to do is settle the issue and then put me back in, coach.
So are you going through legal?
Yeah, like legally, let the lawyers and let everybody figure it out, because at the end of the day, you know, the show is entertaining. You know what I'm saying? My wife watched the show all the time now. She like a fan of the show, and that's making me even more mad, because I'm like, you like the show? I'm like, all right.
You like it better than Love and Hip Hop?
Who does she want to win?
Who you want to win, baby?
They already got kicked off. I wanted Spidey to win.
Oh yeah, so see, Spidey was my choice too. Them was my peoples, and they was just they
You're
were.
not on the James C wave.
I think James C my peoples. Like
Yeah.
I like really bonded with James C. Like, you know what I'm saying? We like hit the hookah pen together. So, you know, that's my
What does that mean?
We you know, we hit the hookah. We hit the shisha together. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? We
right,
smoked
okay.
together outside and had some intelligent conversations. And a lot of shit a lot of stuff I did, you really didn't get a chance to see, I guess, because of how they edited it. But I don't never complain about the edit. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Kobe Bryant just had a bad season.
All right, cool.
Say
So
no
listen, speaking of the season and what you got paid,
Yeah.
because they kicked you out of the house. Well, no, because you left the house and they
Yeah.
wouldn't let you back in.
Yeah.
Did you get paid what you needed to get paid?
They still owe me some.
Yeah.
They still owe me some. You
That's
know?
what this is about.
They still owe me some. What it's about is, you know, whatever. Give me what y'all owe me and then put me back in, coach. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm still here, because it's like, no matter what happened, I didn't get on a plane and just go back to LA salty about it. I was like, you know what? We love it here. I flew my wife out here and we've been here ever since, like chilling. But the minute I got out the house, I hopped in my whip and I was pushing through the city, feeling good, wind still hitting my tooth.
You're driving yourself. So
Yeah, you drove here.
Yeah,
You've been driving here.
last time I came, it
Why
took
you
me
not
2 hours.
getting cabs? Why you
I
not-
don't do that. We from LA.
That's what I didn't believe when Posty was like, "Nah, he's just whipping around himself."
Yeah, nah,
London.
we've been whipping. And so, you know, I mean, me and my wife, we renewed our vows. Truth hopped in the whip and drove to Paris, you know, met us there.
Well, and on this trip here?
On this trip.
Oh,
we
for
just
real?
did it a few days
Oh,
ago.
congratulations.
So you guys are having a good time then?
Man, we having a ball. You know what I'm saying? Even through it all, you know, ups and downs, whatever it may be, we having a good time, man. Ain't no trip. We not tripping.
So whilst you've been here, have you been putting in the work with any like UK artists or been to any shows or anything like that?
Well, we went to the basketball game, and then I did a lot of like radio, and we've been in the studio. We did like about 10 songs, and so now getting the collaborations on the song is just the next step. You know, if they rock with it, that'll be a blessing.
What artists have you heard of?
Crafton
Conan, yeah.
I heard you was in with them. Is that not true?
Nah, not
Okay.
true.
Okay.
Not true.
All right.
We trying
We
to
love
get
to.
in. Yeah, we love.
Truth pretty much running the music out here, so he been reaching out, and my brother Keith, they been holding down the other side of the music, and so for us, I'm just waiting for the call. I pull up, you know, I pull up wherever it's at. I pull up.
Say no more.
No, definitely. And you have, let's talking about your music career, you have a lot of joints that go unnoticed and unspoken about in like,
Bangers.
yeah, bangers. Like Wait a Minute's one of my favorite songs. I
Appreciate
like
that.
to
Shout
vibe
out
with.
to the Neptunes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pharrell.
Big tune.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls and a lot of people I know like One Wish.
Yeah, that was
Huge track.
that was like one of my most memorable, emotional, substance-filled songs. You know.
That's like a classic even with like all generations in this country actually.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, there we go.
Whoa.
There we go.
Oh, is that your ringtone, Viz?
No. I was gonna, do you know what it was? Do you know what it was?
Smooth boys there.
I wanted to remind the people.
Why they doing you like that?
They said the white be calling. Come on.
That's, you know, somebody having a baby.
Yeah. So how do you feel like with like your actual persona? Because Ray J is a big personality. Your personality is so big. Do you have like so much things going for yourself? Do you think that takes apart from some of the magic you've created musically?
Yeah, I do. I think that I became more of somebody that you know as Ray J. Just the human being. Like you see me go through ups and downs. You see me do everything I've been through in life. You kind of watched me make mistakes and come back, and now you see me get married and you see me kind of growing now. So now I'm getting burnt out of it. Like the character, the loud me, the old me that used to just go all the way up. I'm kind of, you know what I'm saying? I've already turned the corner from that. So now for me, you know, even building this Raytronics company, like nobody really knows what we doing in the tech world. And tech is everything right now, just technology and where the future is going. Like I love music, and it's a spiritual success. Like music has a spiritual journey that you go on. But technology and products are just consistent. Financially, it grows the empire, and it gets you more arm's reach of like $1 billion or 100 million or whatever you're reaching for in that higher stage of money and power. The technology is there, and with the Raytronics company that we've created in the States, my Scooty Bikes is like the #1 e-bike of its kind in the States, from every celebrity to every basketball team, NFL team, you know, up in the biggest celebrities from Diddy to Bieber.
Can I cut
Go
you
ahead.
just to ask, what is an e-bike?
Okay, so it's an electric bike, but a Scooty Bike is something that we've created where it's cooler, it's flashy, it's like a little mini motorcycle that goes 19 miles per hour. It's a part of the Green Initiative. It folds up. It has its own speedometer. You can charge your phone. You can play your own music through the loudspeaker. And it just has all of the new tools for the future, just even in the transportation world. So that's what I've been doing since last April, and that's what I'm focused on. And then the TV and the music is like something that's just fun. Like, you can never get enough of a spiritual, you know, high.
But you
know?
need that because that helps the other stuff, right? Like, it helps, being on TV and stuff helps selling the products.
It's helped.
Yeah.
It helped me now to this point, but now it really doesn't matter. You know,
Okay.
now for the people that I'm dealing with in the tech world, they don't really care. All they care about is like, you know, who's supporting it, how can it change the culture, how can it, you know, be the new wave of transportation.
And who have you got supporting it? Because I saw Justin Bieber with
Yeah,
one,
Bieber,
right?
Diddy, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and then I can go down the list. At least 150, you name it, celebrities and athletes and tastemakers are all supporting the product, and they like it. It's not about, you know, them having an endorsement deal with me. It's literally either them buying the bikes or me gifting them one bike, and then they'll come back and buy 10.
So are we getting it in the UK anytime soon?
Right now.
Right now?
Like tomorrow. The bike's been at customs.
Yeah.
So as soon as they get here and you see the bike, like, you know who did the wall in here?
Yeah.
Like, if he took the bike and kind of designed a different, like, custom Scooty bike with his art on it,
Yeah.
it changes the whole spectrum of the bike. And so that's what we've been doing in Cali, in New York. Like, we do like the Rams bikes. If Justin Bieber's bike is customized around his Ferrari, so it's the same color as his Ferrari with the interior. We do the Golden State Warriors bikes, pink bikes, you know, with lights under, customized, whatever you want your bike to look like.
So, you know, obviously because of your previous relationship with like Kim K, do you think there's any chance there'll be a Kardashian bike?
Nah, man, I don't even like where I am now. I don't even focus on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm only focusing on my marriage. I'm only focusing on, you know, the future with my family. You know, whoever want to buy the bike, I don't discriminate. You know.
Speaking of your wife, you've only been married 6 months, right?
I've been married 6 months.
So why did you renew your vows already? Like, what happened?
All right, we got married.
Was there dramas?
No, we just got married on TV, and there was a lot of cameras, and there was a lot of people around.
Okay.
So I wanted to just take her to Paris with just a few of my friends and just do it just personally.
Did you do the padlock joint?
Nah, that's what she mad. She mad about that too. We
going
forgot.
back.
And the padlock joint in
No,
just
I
down the
know.
road
We
in
going
Shoreditch
back.
if you want. You
But
can
what
go to that
happened
one.
was we forgot because it was so cold out there.
It was brick.
Oh, what color in here?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I was there as well. I didn't get proposed to.
It was
but I
freezing,
there.
but I just wanted to do it personally between us. Like, we just took a jet, did it in the same day, got back, flew back the next morning, real quick, in and out, and it was just personal. But it was something that I felt we needed just to get stronger and just, you know, just have that one-on-one.
What's your kind of like number one passion in terms of like entertainment and the arts? Because you're doing so much at the moment, and you've always done quite a lot. But what's your number one thing?
The technology.
Really?
Raytronics.
Over your music?
Over everything.
Acting, everything that you've done and you're involved in now is the electronics. Why so?
Just because I've been doing the entertainment for so long, to where you kind of get paid to like be who you are and to have the talent within yourself, but to go outside of the box and take the money that you make and then invest in technology or invest in anything that you believe in. It could be a drink, it could be something totally different, and you put your own money up and you spend your own time learning how to really master that craft is just, to me, just it means more, you know? So That's why.
All right, cool. So check it. I was talking to my friends yesterday, a few friends. We was discussing the MVPs of females in life. You're one of the MVPs. Like, in terms of, like, name brand females.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you know what? I used to boast about it.
Yeah.
And I used to stun about it. And I used to talk a bunch of shit about it. But, you know, that's, you know what I'm saying? I retired the towel. You know
I need to talk to you as a woman. Sorry, we can return to your comment. But obviously, when you did hit it first, that was the first time in life that I had been a non-Ray J fan.
Yeah.
Like, I was a Ray J fan. One wishing that I was buying your albums, I was doing the little wine in the mirror by myself. Loads of them. I've got them at home. I'll bring them and show you. Okay? But when you did that track, I was like, Ray J, man. Like, you know, like, you was quite a wholesome character up until that stage.
As a woman, though, what would you say is wrong with that track?
I just think that obviously, you know, it's like, number one, I don't feel like you should be bragging. Like, you know, you've learned and I see. And obviously, I'm trying to have this conversation respectfully because your wife is here.
Yeah.
But
that's why I bring my wife.
Be respectful now.
Yeah, that's
what you say. Oh, too late. Well, anyway, we're here. So, and I'm having the conversation because for me, it was like, okay, right, this has happened. You've done this. These things have taken place, and now you're talking about them. You're not just talking about them amongst your friends. You're talking about them on a song. Yeah. And for me, that would be like my worst nightmare. Yeah. And I'm imagining, obviously, you know, when you're lying down with someone, it's a very intimate moment, and for you to bring it out on a song very publicly, like, what inspired you to take it that far?
Well, you know, I speak a lot on the music. You know what I'm saying? We just go in and do what we do. I never been afraid, you know what I'm saying, to jump out and do what we do. We learn from everything. Did I learn from that? No. We just kept it pushing, you know what I'm saying? It's just a song. If you hear some of my mixtapes, you would probably even be more wild with some of the other songs that's been done, so.
I think it's just because obviously, you know, when you kind of go into that stage of, you know, with a woman, you know, we're internal beings. Yeah. So whatever we project externally is very private and personal to us.
What you project internally?
I mean, when we're lying down with someone, if I'm going to be really honest. So for me, and obviously, you know, you was quite a wholesome person, you know. And
really?
He was Brandy's brother. And Brandy's very wholesome to me. She is like the person that, you know, you grow up on and what I grew up on. I thought, okay, you know what, she's amazing. We didn't have very many sisters on our TV screens, especially here in the UK. And then obviously you was her brother, and it was a spin-off for me. Yeah. This is my personal experience. So obviously seeing that, I did honestly feel a bit of disappointment. I'm glad that you've bounced back and you've moved past that and you've got married and you're very open about that. But for me, that was that was a stage where I thought, oh, Ray J, man.
But I bounced back.
Yeah, was that a mistake in do you regret it? Would you not have released that song if you could turn back time?
Nah, you know, everything we do. We, you know, we can.
By the way, I love that song.
Yeah. You can't. We can't. Do I perform it on stage? No.
Yeah.
Do I want to hear it in the club? No. Yeah. But
was you just like fuck it? Like at the time, was you just like fuck it? Was it? You know, because growing up in LA, in LA, right? And you've been in the entertainment since you was like 8. Yeah. You can sometimes get lost in it a little bit. Do you get what I mean?
Before I got married, I was always like fuck it.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you grow. You know what I'm saying? You grow. That's why you have to. You know what I'm saying? As a young man, you gotta live it. You gotta do everything you gotta do. You get everything out your system, and then once you feel like you've reach the peak of it, then you change up, find somebody you love, and then you go to the next phase.
What would you do though if someone released a song about someone you was with?
I'll release another song.
So how much did you benefit from, you know, you lot had the sex tape, how much did you benefit from that? Do you think that helped your career, or did you think it only helped Kim Kardashian's career?
I really don't talk about it no more. It's like you could Google that and see what, you know what I'm saying? The answers is on the internet. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So are you and Kanye cool though?
Nah, I don't even I do me, they do them. You know what I'm saying? Like for us, it's old. Yeah, it's all that shit is old. It is old. It's like you could Google that question and see me answer it 25 times online, because for the past 12 years, that shit's been over with. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to know how I felt then, you could just Google it. And then now it's like I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Give me a break. Like, let me
Speaking of Kanye and not relating the two situations, just him being who he is. Yeah. there was uproar with him. Obviously, Trump now your president. It seems as if Kanye is on the same side as Trump, the same side of the fence. How do you feel about that?
I can only be on my side. I can only say how I feel. I don't know him like that. I don't give a fuck.
How do you feel about Trump?
I mean, he's our president, you know what I'm saying? For right now, with all the stuff that's going on, I think it's bad that, you know, you got, you know, people that have their religion, you know what I'm saying, being jeopardized and can't come into the country. Like, I'm not with that. So, you know, in his first, I don't know, 20 days in, it's kind of curving the wrong way, you know? But again, it's America. If you disagree with something, you take it up and try to, you know, and you try to get it handled, or you speak up on it with the team like everybody's doing and protesting. And in America, that's why the country's good. You can curve that decision and change it.
Yeah.
So it's for us, if you disagree with something, you go out, you protest, you speak up on what's happening, and then hopefully the government will see it. Yeah. And they change up the flow.
I hear you.
How much do you
no
think-
disrespect to Kanye, by the way, or your wife, Princess. We think you're with the right woman, right?
Thank you,
We
thank
love
you,
Princess.
thank you. Yeah, I'm in my new phase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The questions don't faze me. It's just they there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to know about the old
we've got
shit.
rocks.
Yeah.
Some of the, you know, when we let the people, you know, our NFTR fans know that we was doing an interview with you, a lot of them were asking about some questions about, you know, what happened with Fabulous. Like, what are your, you know, you've grown out of the, okay, this is...
Shout out to Fab. Like, I sent him a song that I kind of sing on the whole situation. It's called Risk Taker. You know what I'm saying? That just was a crazy moment in time. Would I take that back? Yeah.
Who are the booty guys?
What happened though? Tell the truth, Ray J. Are there sometimes you wake up and you just say,
Wild out.
I'm gonna wild out and see what everybody says.
That was the old me. I just didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck at the time.
Who are the was it the booty guys? What were they called?
It was a whole lot going on.
What did you say they were called?
I didn't name them that. Angela Yee named them that.
Oh, so Angela Yee
Yeah,
named them the booty
they
guys.
gave it a whole
The
world
Booty
of
Brigade.
things.
Was that what it was?
But at the end of the day, you know, again, man, that was the me that people want to see. That was the me that people kind of got used to seeing. So for me, it takes me to come out and continue to grow and continue to just go, you know what, that was that, and this is this.
For someone that's had so many of those, your mum's your manager, right?
No, I'm a manager. My mom like my third eye.
Can I just ask you a question on that? So I'm an avid fan of Love and Hip Hop, and by the way, Love and Hip Hop LA is my favorite out of the series. It used to be Atlanta, but it got a bit cheesy. I like you lot's whole vibe. How real is Love and Hip Hop?
Everything we do on TV is real. Feel what I'm saying?
Everything.
Everything that we do in our scenes and what we do is all real.
So your mom really had doubts?
I mean,
To that level, or was it accentuated?
well, it was what it was.
Okay.
It was what it was.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? But my mom and my wife, they like real close.
Are they close now?
They
Everyone's
real close. They been close.
Yeah,
They been
that's
close.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
How about, so what's the most challenging scene that you've had in Love and Hip Hop? Are you going to ever do it again? You going to do the next
I
season?
mean, if it's coming back, you know, VH1 is like family.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got another 2 shows that we like producing in pilots right now. That's hopefully should be out soon too.
I really liked the reunion because I like the role that you play now. You're like a guru, you've seen shit. You know, like
Yeah. I'm like an OG now.
like, you know, boys,
you know what I'm saying?
you know, like in Boys
Retired
in the
to
Hood
town.
when they're in the car and shit.
Yeah.
And the old nigga's in the back and he's just there. He's just like to see shit.
It's
happen.
like I'm like the dude
Yeah,
that
shit
be
is-
like, look, I'll pick y'all up in a minute. Meet me back around the corner after y'all finish.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, and I like that role. You know what I'm saying? I like to be able to have a chance to be this way, because a lot of people that maybe have went to the left or turned to the right, they don't get those second, third opportunities to come back and have redemption. You know what I'm saying? But God always blessed me to be able to speak my mind, say whatever I wanted to say, but then also realize maybe, you know what I'm saying, I went too hard, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, I did something that was a little over the top. You know, I'm sorry, like on Love and Hip Hop, and just kind of start off the season kind of out of control and then end it with something real powerful. That's what life is about.
Okay.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
What
That's
shows do you exec produce then? Because that's one of the things kind of like,
Appreciate that.
for me, that I'm like, wow.
Have y'all ever seen a show called Music Moguls?
Yeah, with Birdman.
Yeah.
Okay, I executive produced that show on BET.
Sick.
So that's my show. Shout out to LPM. We got another show called Hollywood Hillbillies. That's on a show. That's on a network called Reels. We also got a show called Driven to Love on WeTV. Another pilot on VH1 called Agents of LA.
I was thinking the other day, maybe yesterday, I was thinking if anybody was to bring sort of a love and hip hop UK vibe or like a black reality show TV, I think it's you. That you can bring it to the UK.
Fucking awesome achievement, man.
I would love to do that. And again, like all of the issues that we have, right? Even in business, like I'm an executive, so I leave it in business. You know, you would never get me, you know, on camera really going in on production sets or producers or things of that nature because I'm a producer, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we can create a show filled with drama, but also keep it in a box where nobody gets hurt, nobody takes it to the next level and ends up shooting somebody, yada, yada, yada. Like I've always been able to
So you understand that? You understand that world?
Well, after 17 shows, yeah, you know, from For the Love of Ray J to the Bad Girls All-Star Battle to Love and Hip Hop to Brandy and Ray J, A Family Business.
It's like being at one of your concerts.
I'm just saying. So all of these shows, I mean, I've seen every arena of reality TV, you know what I'm saying? And so I get it, you know, as a producer, as a principal, I get it, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's time to go up, we go up. We don't look back.
We need a black reality show in the UK.
Do you think it will be the same though, Post?
I think what it takes.
Like that.
What network do y'all think will be interested in that? Because watching
MTV, they do Geordie Shores and those things.
Y'all got MTV here?
Yeah, we got MTV. Of course we have MTV.
Wow.
Nah, that's a disrespect. That's a disrespect.
It's not the same as what
This the thing, because we got TV. Like, listen, we got everything we watch on that hotel is what we watch. So we never seen MTV on our hotel out here. You know what I'm saying? At all. They don't play MTV or BET or any of that.
It's only on Sky. They're probably showing you.
We see Channel 5, ITV, BBC, 1, 2, 3, 4, ITV.
Makes sense.
But we never saw MTV. We never saw anything really American based on TV on a major network, just on the hotel room. So we don't. That's all we've been studying.
We have BET International. We have a number of different channels that are. We have GRM, obviously, which is not on standard television, but we have it as one of our major networks. But it's important that you were shocked about that and was thinking, okay, where could this be placed?
Yeah, because I'm looking online and I'm trying to figure out how can I create something, but I'm like, I would have to, if I was watching the mandate that's on TV, then I wouldn't see where the show could fall into play with everything centered around it being so different.
You need to speak to these two.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because major production company.
Because in pitching television shows for any network, you have to still follow the mandate. Follow what they're focused on at this very moment. Or what you have is just totally left field from what the whole network represents.
Yeah.
So for me, I was just looking like, I mean, if I would love to do it, but it would have to be something that a network would want to get involved with, or for me, it'd just be too time consuming. Takes too long.
Yeah, no.
I think an MTV or maybe a Channel 4 might consider. But anyone outside of that, or maybe BBC Three.
What channel is MTV, or is it name, or is it changed name? Is it the name change?
No, it's called MTV.
It's called MTV.
But basically,
MTV
when
based?
you're in the hotels, they don't show you. MTV's on. It's like cable,
okay. Yeah, because if you go to a hotel in Los Angeles or in America, you might not get BET or VH1 on the. They might not have it.
You get the,
So that's what's happening to us. Because we've been at the Mondrian, I've been at the Ritz the most of the time I've been here, which they probably won't have, you know what I'm saying, probably none of that at the Ritz, but we've been at every hotel and we stroll through and then we don't see what I want to see all the way through. It seems like it's just a bunch of like mainstream shows out here.
So let's talk about married life quickly.
Yeah.
How does a man change from being in the game and then just being married? Like how does that transition take into place?
You got to listen to your heart.
Yeah.
You gotta see her.
You got to listen to your heart, because if you don't listen to your heart, that chance comes around and then you miss it, then you end up being that same old player at 50 years old.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? At Christmas time, by yourself, chilling, bringing in gifts for all of, you know what I'm saying, your nieces and nephews, but you still don't have that one because you probably missed the opportunity when you should have listened to your heart. So for me, I just said, I'm listening to my heart this time. I'm not going to second guess it. I love Princess. She loved me. We've been through all of these ups and downs, which is off the chain in a relationship, because if you still together and you going through great times and you got these bumpy times that you can roll through and keep pushing, that's what a relationship's all about. If you in a relationship and you ain't never had an argument, then good luck when it happens. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's when, you know, your love is tested. That's when you really trying to figure out, okay, what to do now. Should I run away and just be the regular dude and say, fuck it, I'm gonna just do my own thing, go fuck with some bitches? Or are you gonna say, nah, I love this girl, I'm gonna figure out how do we understand each other? What mistakes did I make? Can you compromise? And if so, then let's lock in and let's do it, you know? So I took a step for me, for her, and I'm not gonna say for all mankind, but you know what I'm saying? I just wanna show people like somebody like us that was living like that can make a 360 degree turnaround and love it. Like, I love this shit. I love being married.
So would you advise people to follow that route, like do the right thing, quit the
Love
game?
your woman.
Yeah.
Love your woman.
Yeah.
Like, you know who is your woman. You know who is your number one. Woman or man. You know who's the one. So don't second guess it. And if you don't know yet, when you find it, then you can't fight it. And most of the time, it's the long distance relationships that's been with you since day one and still there. I mean, at some point, all they really want you to do is just take a leap of faith and do what you're supposed to do as a man.
So what's the key things that you need for a relationship to work? I mean, you're saying like know what's the one, who's the one and stuff like that, but what are the key things that you and your wife have that are going to keep you together?
Not listening to nobody. It's not about nobody but y'all two. That's it. There is nobody. There is no other opinion. There is nobody that can give you an opinion on your relationship. That's all outside of the box. It's you and her. Or it's you and you. Whatever you like. It's y'all two. That's it. And if you keep it like that, then it'll always grow because you can always bounce back off each other. But the minute, you know, moms or your best friend or your sister or your brother in your ear all the time about something about what they saw or what they think, then it's like, who are you to tell me about what I got going on? This is love. It's a 1-2 punch. And everybody that's been married for a long time, that's what they tell me. You keep it 1-2 because when you add in that extra opinion, then your mind start flowing and then you start being not genuine to love. You know
Why does marriage make you in a better position? Like, what's the difference with you two just saying you're married or signing a piece of paper or whatever?
I mean, when we was married before we got married, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was married inside, then you get married because you gotta know that you can only be with this one person and you know you don't have to have nothing else around. Once you know that, then you can get married. If you still out with a little one side piece or, you know what I'm saying, one little extra ooh-wop over there, you ain't ready yet. And that's just what you have to accept once you go, wow, I can be a one-woman man and lock it down and can't nobody hit you and put on the internet, nope, he not, nope, like, because that's what's going to happen if you living like this and then you stunting like this, but you fronting, it's going to come back on you. So for me to be able to boastfully say this with my chest sticking out, that's just because I've been living right.
All right.
Cool.
So you're with Truth here now. What you guys working on right now?
Smoke Cloud album. Out now. Smoke Cloud album out now. Yeah, Smoke Cloud album is on the Apple Music. It's me, Ray. Got our brother Peso B on there, the Notch. Notch is on there. We got Ray's album coming, my EP coming, Moment of Truth. Yeah, we just been working, man. We've been in the studio every city we've been into, every country, every state, no matter where we at, we hit the studio.
Why Ray? Why did you decide to?
I grew up with
Yeah,
Ray.
that's like my little cousin.
It's like
brother.
family.
We all in it. Whether we doing music or not, we gonna always got the business gonna be tight between us because we family. With some of our other artists though, they just got supreme talent. But Truth is sick. Like verbally, the lyrics, the concepts, they dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just people just gotta get familiar. That's why we here to just, you know what I'm saying, open people's minds, open people's hearts. You know,
Okay.
You know. and smoke one.
How's the weed been in London?
It's been okay.
Tell me about
It's
it.
levels to it.
It's
It's
levels.
Is there
levels.
levels?
Like we started
I
off.
should feel here all the time, no?
It's levels.
We started off, you know, we started off a little bumpy. And then we met the right people.
Yeah.
And they came with a can. And
in.
thanks to Truth, you know, I mean, we in LA.
Yeah, we back.
In LA, this London,
I remember
LA,
the first
man.
back,
time I was
baby.
in LA. I was like on a strip, and there was this dude. He was selling like, it's like a can of weed, but it's like a plastic bottle, and there's bare weed in there for like $100.
Yeah.
And you guys don't smoke. You have no cigarette, nothing.
None of that.
Before I went in the Big Brother house, I was just smoking like my medical cannabis because you know I'm medically subscribed. But but so I was taking my I was sick. I was sick. I was sick, so I had to take my medicine. And so I was so sick, I would take my medicine all day, literally. I would take my medicine all day, right? I would really follow my prescription. So now that I went to the Big Brother house, I came out, I was smoking cigarettes. I don't want to take my medicine too much no more. I just, take my medicine a little bit, then I hit a cigarette. Because I just, I don't want to get too well. I don't want to be too healthy on that. I don't want to overdo my health.
Have you been to Amsterdam?
Nah, never. I've been to Amsterdam before, but hey, I don't remember. I was in Amsterdam.
But you've been to Spain. Spain's the same thing as LA now, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I never been to Spain. I never been to
It's
Spain.
legal there for 4 years.
Yeah, I never been to Spain.
Tell us about Scooty Bikes real quick.
So yeah, that's my day job. That's who I am. Raytronics. That's the company. Scooty Bike is the biggest product we got under Raytronics, and that's the scooter. It goes 19 miles per hour. It's got Bluetooth. It's foldable. You can listen to your music through your phone, your favorite songs. You can type into any radio station and listen straight off the Scooty Bike while you cruising. And it's strong. It's safe, and it's the coolest thing you ever seen as far as products in the Go Green initiative, and that's us. And it's a little far-fetched for people to understand just because of where we came from, television, music, and just wilding out, but turning it around and having this tech company that's really recognized as the tech company for this kind of bike. We now got to educate people that it is us. It is us running point. We don't have an extra investor right now.
How did you get into it? How did you find it?
God first, and then I found it in Miami, and I just did my research for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Just to make sure nobody ever seen it, because I was like, somebody gotta be putting these out. I'm not gonna put my bread up, and then nobody knew about it.
Are you tight with Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy, my bro, he endorsed the product heavy. He's one of my main guys that helped kick it off with his fan base. Seeing it just the numbers just went up.
So what do you think about his antics recently? Is it genius? Like, is it marketing genius, or is he really going ham on the net?
Chris Brown.
Shout out to Chris Brown too. Both of them is my peoples. Chris
Who's
Brown.
gonna win the fight?
If they fight, we gotta, I want to see them fight, and then Who you
gonna put money on?
I'll make my choice if the fight actually happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't put my money on neither one.
It's sport.
This is what I
Save
want.
the
This is
world.
what I see. This is how I see it, right?
This
This is how I see it, right?
This is not for the radio.
You got
bro.
Soulja Boy coming out, and then you got Chris Brown coming out. Both on Scooty bikes.
Say no more.
Now, the only reason why I'm saying that, if you go to scootybike.com, if you go to Scooty Bike on Instagram, first thing you see is the customized Chris Brown bike that he did, which is one of the dopest Scooty bikes we got. All his whole paint is on the bike.
You can buy that.
It's fly. You can't buy it, not right now, until we work out something. I wouldn't just sell his art, but that's just how he customized his bike. So it's an exclusive Chris Brown bike. Whenever he want to sell them, like, we would love to. But it's just for him. It's a 101. I think he did 2. And then you got the Soulja Boy, custom Soulja Boy SOD bike, right? Sick. So I
Which
don't
one
care. I don't care.
more?
When.
Do you prefer Chris's bike or Soldier Boy's bike?
I like Chris's bike better because it's just a little more.
No, it's a good thing you said that because I think Chris is gonna win the fight.
You do?
Yeah.
That's
more athletic.
Yeah.
Does somersaults and shit.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Hopefully he can't do that in the fight. That's cheating. But to drop kick somebody on us, be like, dang, is this a MMA fight or what?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
May the best man win.
If you was getting married tomorrow and Soldier Boy and Chris Brown was the only two people in the world that were your friends, who's gonna be your best man?
Princess gotta choose all that. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do the wedding thing. She do all, so I doubt. I think she'd just probably be like, let's just do it alone.
How's your sister?
Oh, she doing well.
Game changer.
Shout out to Brandy. She's doing well. We got a show right now on Fox called My Kitchen Rules. One of the biggest shows on Fox. It's out every Thursday, 9, 8 Central. Oh yeah, that's another show. Yeah, that's another one.
She's older than you, right? Is she older than you?
A year and 11 months.
So would you say, did she lead you into music, would you say?
Okay, the reason why Brandy is all the way musically above the world is because that's her. Like, she cared about it. I followed her, I followed up under her. But at like choir rehearsal or when it was time to go sing, I was running out the door trying to go play with football in the yard. I never really thought about it like she thought about it. Then when it happened, I'm like, oh, you wasn't playing? Okay, well, let me try. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm still trying to catch up to all of her hard work and her dreams that she saw musically. I only thought TV was where we was gonna be. So when she flipped it, I'm 20 years behind still. You know what I'm saying?
When you have flipped out and not giving a fuck, as you said, has she been kind of...
Does she
distance herself from that? Or does she give you the call and say, listen, fix up?
Distance and live it.
Okay.
Out of control. Off the radar. Mad and separated herself from what I was doing.
She felt it would damage her brand.
She just disagreed with it.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the brand. We hung out every day, but as far as, just where I was going and where she was going was just night and day. But then you bring that together on TV and it's just explosive. Yeah. And so that's what I did. Brandy and Ray J, a family business created by Ray J. Shout out to VH1. That was like my fifth show on there at the time. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at music, I got a lot of work to do, a lot of catching up to do. But my strongest points is, TV and producing.
So what does music mean to you?
It means it's the memories of life. Like when you hear a song, you think about stuff. You think about what happened. Like it gives you these moments, these special connections with time. So I think it's a spiritual success and it's a spiritual high.
But for obviously, as a musician, there's a lot of musicians and it's like that's first. And for you, it's like, okay, well, that's something that was amazing for me. Yeah. But there's all these other facets to me.
Well, you got to look at how I've put out all my songs. They've all been independent under my own company. So I've always just been a businessman. I've always been able to take a song and try to create a budget for it and then find out who to hire and then actually have some independent success with the music is hard to do. It's hard to take one wish with no money from a record label or no support.
Oh, was that independent?
Yeah, 1,000% independent. I gave Little X at least a couple $100,000 cash just to shoot the One Wish video.
No, the video was cold.
And shout out to X. You see what he's doing with Drake, right?
Yeah.
Now you see where he's at with Drake and how they're changing the moments over there. I saw that vision when I don't know how long ago it was One Wish, but it was independent. And I actually borrowed some money from my mama, and she gave me a few $100,000, and I took it and we worked it, and it turned around 7 months later to being real profitable. So that's how I've always angled my whole business. My whole career has always been business first, and then success later. Music is like doesn't matter about the success. My music will it's a faith-based. It's faith. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of faith, but I put the business right with the faith so we can, once it does succeed, I like to be my own boss. I don't like to work for nobody.
So how do you separate yourself? Because obviously, you know, a lot of people that are creative get emotionally involved in their businesses, and that's kind of one of the most important rules that you shouldn't do. How do you separate yourself and say, okay, this is an emotional thing, I love doing this, but this is what's, you know, going to give me that lucrative income?
Well, I put the business first before the emotions. You know, you win some, you lose some. You find the budgets, you find the right team, you put the marketing skills together, you hire indies. However you got to do it, let's get it done. And we'll see what happens at the end. If not, we keep it pushing. That's how I always looked at it.
And do you read? A lot of entrepreneurs or people that want to build residual incomes, they read lots of books, or is it just something that came naturally to you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a book. So after I'm done, somebody got to write this book. Because I've read books, and I feel like I've read like...
Publishing deal coming soon.
I kind of read like certain different articles on how to make money and all that. And once I started reading, I'm like, well, we already on the right path. Let's keep it pushing. Because they saying what we doing. You know what I mean? And so for me, I'm very humble. I always say it takes time to do anything and be successful or to understand anything. So you just got to have a lot of patience.
Okay, and what motivates you?
God, my wife.
Okay.
That's it.
I feel like we kind of skated over the Donald Trump thing.
Let's go back to it.
Yeah, man.
Let's go back to it.
Don't you fear for the younger generation in America?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now. Today?
Yeah. I mean,
today, yes. Today.
America's always had its troubles, but now you got this guy.
With what's going on? What's going on with the ban? I don't like good people to feel emotional and to feel bad. There's a lot of good people all over the world, and to watch them have an emotion like this, it makes me sad. So I don't like that. And so we got to do better. And as America, what makes America great is that if we stand by each other and all of us stand by each other, we can change it. It's democracy, you know. It's able to speak your mind and build around it with other people that understand, you know, what you're going through and what's right and what's wrong. And then you fight for it, and you fight for it, and then you accomplish what you're fighting for. I mean, look at what we're doing now, to be even able to go and talk to the president and tell him that we disagree and not get what would have happened 50 years ago is definitely a step up from where it was. So the more we fight and the more we fight for each other and fight for the right cause, things evolve, because that's where faith comes in again, and that's where God and you know, Allah, whoever you worship, whoever the higher being is, then they come to the table and they take care of business. And so if that's the topic, then that's how I feel about it, you know?
So as a tech person, you know, a person in tech, a business person, who are you with, Lyft or Uber? Did you delete your Uber app?
Wait, why? Say that again.
Surrounding obviously the Trump conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of, and you know, the raising Uber prices around, you know, they did their price surges and they made some decisions in association with Trump. A lot of people deleted their Uber account.
Man.
So Lyft is for the first time, I believe, above Uber in its...
Look at Liv. Go ahead then.
Did you delete your Uber? Do you use Uber?
I drive. That's why I drove here.
It's true.
I drive everywhere. Like everywhere I go, I get a car.
But would you have deleted Uber, do you think?
I can't relate to that because I don't use Uber.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can only use... I am Uber. I drove us here. You know what I'm saying? And she gave our people gave us it was one number wrong. It was 44 instead of 40. Yeah. And so we've been like right around the corner in this neighborhood. Yeah. And I'm like, I just don't remember this street. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I push out everywhere.
Okay, so you got 4.5 stars.
And I also pull up. Like I pulled up.
Sweet.
I mean, I pulled up and I was like, yo, I'm me. I'm nice to meet you. I heard y'all got a lot of stuff going on. I want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And then we set the whole play up. Like I did that. Yeah. So that's the difference from me and, you know, other artists or other people that maybe have a different structure. I am the structure. I come out, we go and we get it ourselves. For real though. No, without even playing around. Like, this is for real for us. Like, we really try to boss up as bosses and try to run the company the right way, meaning take the first step, meaning be on the front line. Like, we on the front line of it. If somebody gonna knock it down, we gonna feel the effect first. We not gonna hide behind soldiers or management or anything. We gonna come in and take the hit and bounce back if need be. Sorry for getting that deep.
Nah.
We okay? Okay, we
Inspirational.
All right, because I want people to know really what I do. And it's not antics. It's not this happy-go-lucky, let's just go out and stunt. Like, that's not what we do. We've only been able to survive this long because we take this shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? And so with all the topics that we speak on, it's good that we talked about them because it's good that they know where I'm coming from today. Because you can Google 5 years ago and see a whole different me. So I hope they Google 2017 with us in the UK.
Is there anything else you want to clear up that you may have seen about yourself online that you're like,
I never want to clear up nothing about what I've seen because I don't really look at stuff. But I just want my wife to be happy. And I just want the team to be strong. My job is to make sure that we build a strong empire and we all get rich. Everybody around us should be able to make tons of money. There is no me and there is no just one bank account. Let's all get millions together. I got the blueprint.
All right.
Yeah, no, Thank you, Ray J, man. I appreciate you coming today.
Thank y'all,
Driving
man.
yourself and shit.
Make sure you get back in the Big Brother house.
Hey, put me back in, coach, for July.
Yeah, next season.
Make sure you get in the studio with some UK artists.
That would be a blessing.
Make sure you keep building on the tech company.
That's the main thing, because it's like we want the young youth to be able to look up to other things that they can do. Like, you can go out and find new products and make your own company. It could be a product that is just sitting there, a brush, a can, a beat machine, a microphone, and you make it your microphone and you sell it for $8.99, $900, and you sell 1 million of them. That's $900 million, just like that. That's what going platinum is in the tech world. When Scooty Bike gets to 1 million bikes at $11.99, or even if the price dropped to $9.99, you do the math.
I ain't finished yet though.
You feel what I'm saying? You do the math. That's
make sure you exec produce a couple of programs in the UK as well.
I would love to.
I think you're the right one.
It's gonna take us all. It's gonna take us all to go in and collaborate with a network. Then they can trust us, and then we partner up with another company that delivers the tape, and they'll be happy. That's why I want people to understand that no matter what issues go on behind the scenes, as a professional, you have to keep it in that arena, and you have to be a businessman and go out and let people know what's what. But also make sure you keep your career and your relationship strong, because relationships is everything. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than anything, having relationships. That's the key to most of all of it.
Make sure the world hears the truth.
No.
Shout out my nigga Truth. That nigga never lied to me.
All right, man. I appreciate you joining us tonight, man. Ray J.
God bless y'all. I'm changing my name. I am no longer Ray J. I am no longer Ray J. I'm Ray Tron the Don.
Hashtag NFTR.